Good day and welcome to Deep Strike. I'm your CO, Max Power, and this is the orientation brief for the X-21 Hornet. First, some background. The Hornet here is a top-secret, high-performance strike fighter that's just rolled out of Strategic Defense R&D labs. Now, between you and me, those geniuses in their white lab coats have finally outdone themselves. In fact, they have built a beauty. This baby can fly. Now, I was the primary test pilot for this bird, and now it's my pleasure to brief you on her capabilities. So let's go. The X-21 Hornet is a fully loaded supersonic dream machine. Now, she can fly through the eye of a needle, pull 8G maneuvers without breaking a sweat, and go from here to Hawaii in a heartbeat. Take it from me. The Hornet will deliver everything you ask of her, in the air and more, but you gotta pay attention right now while you're on the ground to get the big payoff up there. Now, I don't want this to sound like some wimpy airline takeoff film, but hey, we do have to go through the basics. To fasten in, just poke that metal tab into the buckle and tighten her down. Now, don't forget to put your headset on before takeoff. I have a feeling you'll want to be communicating with the tower today. Now, once you're strapped in, you'll activate the Hornet's canopy by simultaneously hitting the trigger button and either of the rocker switches on the throttle. Just hold those until the canopy is fully closed. Now, as you know, we'll be working from the carrier, the USS Marauder, today. And due to the top secret nature of the Hornet, we'll keep all her activities in a hangar deck, even a launch. The Marauder is equipped with below-deck launch chutes, so after the canopy closes, the crew will get you into the chute and hooked up for the launch. A dose of reality, if you don't mind. You've got 28 tons of heavy metal to get off the deck, so you'd better be ready for takeoff. That means we've got to give her full throttle right off the bat. The throttle is a little stick on the left. All the way forward is full throttle. Now, I want that hold-back wire as tight as a violin string before you take off. On top of your throttle, you'll find a couple of rocker switches. Now, I'd just as soon you'll leave these alone until your next mission. But in case you get curious, the outside switch will activate your speed brakes, and if these are on before the launch, well, it won't be pretty. The inside button on your throttle will toggle between your pitch ladder and your radar display. Now let's spend just a minute talking about the Hornet's joystick. It's located on your right. You're going to learn real fast why they call it a joystick. It's a state-of-the-art, pressure-sensitive mechanism that requires only the slightest force in any direction to get a big, and I mean big, response. Now, I know a lot of you are used to slamming around those old strike fighter sticks on some rinky-dink aircraft you've been flying. Truth is, once you feel this stick, anything else will feel like a toy. Once you're cleared for takeoff, we'll initiate your catapult down the launch tube. Now remember, you'll be in full throttle by now. Once you're moving, give the stick a little backward pull and get your nose up, and you'll get your lift off the end of the deck. The trigger on the Hornet stick will fire off a motherload of munitions. Now, your weapon selector is the outside button on the top of your stick, giving you 3 basic weapons to choose from. Again, I gotta hand it to those R&D guys because the weapons on board are sweet. You have your LSRs, or laser cannons, your MSLs, or radar-guided missiles, which are good for ground or air targets. And my personal favorite, your high-velocity projectiles, commonly referred to as HVPs. Oh, these babies are kind of like skipping rocks at Mach 4. You're gonna love them. Also, on the top of your stick is a hat switch. Moving forward, backward, and sideways will show you where you're going, where you've been, and who or what is on either side of you. The little inside button on your stick will override the automatic target designator on the Hornet. Take my advice and leave it alone until you've been fully briefed on its capabilities. There's a bunch of advanced momentary switches on your left console. Now, I'd leave these alone too until you've been briefed on them, but just so you know, the outside switch is your landing gear, the middle switch activates your flaps, and the inside switch does a couple of things. In the forward position, it gives you a chase plane view, And in the back position, it dispenses your missile countermeasures. Well, that's about it for your orientation. Oh yeah, one more thing, and this is important. There's a big red button on your right console. Now I know none of us like to think about it, but if you need it, it's there. Give it a good bang with your fists and we'll vector you right back to the deck and pop your canopy. All right, people. I've heard you're a bunch of hot shots, and I am real anxious to see if the rumors are true. I'll be keeping an eye on you, and hope you like this dream machine as much as I do. Good luck, and good flying.